Sorry to have kept you waiting, but I'm glad that we're here together and continue to have some minor tech problems. But I hope that I'm able to do what I need to do so that we can have our time together this morning. And so to one and to all, I'm glad to start seeing some messages. Boker Tov, Boker O, welcome to Boker Tov from Temple Sinai. Temple Sinai Congregation of Toronto's daily opportunity to connect, to reflect, and to remember. And this morning, as we all gather again, starting a couple minutes late, the joys of technology not always behaving. Let's join together in this prayer for when things function. It's really about the body, but we're grateful for anything that functions properly. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam bechokma, uvorah vo nekavim nekavim, chalulim chalulim, galui v'yadua lifnei chisech vodecha, שאם ייפתח אחד מהם, או יסתם אחד מהם, אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה, אדוני, רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you fashioned our bodies with wisdom, creating within us a finely balanced network. To stand before you in prayer is itself a fragile miracle. Eternal God, we praise you as the healer of body and spirit. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. So long as my soul is within me, I will give thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. We praise you, eternal God, in whose hand is the power of all life and the spirit of all flesh. And let's join together in celebrating the wonder of Torah on this Thursday morning, Lasok b'divrei Torah, that we have a Torah that is ancient and yet current, and that speaks to us today and has connected all the generations of Israel through learning and loving. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. וערב נא אדוני אלוהינו את דברי תורתך בפינו ולפי עמך בית ישראל ונהיה אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. These are the obligations whose value cannot be measured. They nourish us in this world and help us to create the world to come. Kibud av va'em, to honor fathers and mothers. Ugmilut chasadim, to perform acts of love and kindness. Vashkamat bet midrash shacharit v'arvit, to attend the house of study morning and evening. Bachnasat ochim, to welcome the stranger. Uvikhu cholim, to visit the sick. V'hachnasat kala, to provide for brides and grooms. Ulvayat hamed, to keep faith with the dead. V'yun tfilah, to pray with sincerity. V'hava'at shalom ben adam l'chavero, to make peace when there is strife. V'talmud Torah keneged kulam, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. Well, today, each step is a new journey, is an opportunity to see things anew, to experience them anew, and to do so being aware of our connection to the steps we took before and the steps we will choose in days ahead. And so please join me in Baruch She'amar in Hebrew and English, and then in Psalm 121, our Psalm for Journeys. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who speaks that we might listen. Blessed is the one who acts that we might be witnesses. Baruch hu u'baruch shemo. Blessed is the one who decides that we might accept. Blessed is the one who has mercy that we might live. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who removes the darkness that we might see. Blessed is the one who lives forever that we might believe. Blessed is the one who saves and delivers, that we might be redeemed. So we now continue with Psalm 121, Shir Lama'alot Esainai Ele Harim. I will look only upward past the mountains, for my help comes from the one beyond. My help comes from the eternal, maker of heaven and earth. Ever alert, your guardian will never allow your foot to stumble. The guardian of Israel never rests, never sleeps. The eternal will watch over you as a shadow cast by your right hand. You will not be overcome by the sun nor abandoned by the moon. The eternal will guard you from all evil, watching over you. The eternal will guard you as you set out and as you return from this very moment until the end of time. So we continue together, joining in these words that have shaped our people, that have guided our people, that unite our people. Yisrael is a name that names each of us as one who struggles with God and prevails. And at the same time is a land. It is so much. It unites all of us, even in our struggles. And so together, let us, with understanding, let us listen to the principle of unity, to what it is that brings all of us together, and that makes us a people, what brings all humanity together in the image of God. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha. Ve'ayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha. V'shirantam levanecha v'dibarta bam. V'shivtecha bevetecha uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha. Ukshartam laot al yadecha, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם. ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו. וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטעו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem Emet. I think it is really profound that the language that binds all of us together, that it can be ancient and yet modern words that make us all one. It is an amazing thing that we have this capacity to share in words and language that actually would have been shared by our ancestors in ancient times, that would have represented our people from its earliest incarnations until today. That in fact Avraham, that Abraham and Sarah, the founders of our people, would have spoken a version of the language that we read together, even as we acknowledge their line, their existence. And I think that the words of today's Torah portion, likewise, oh my goodness, don't know what you're seeing. I'm having all kinds of interesting realities here and see if we can deal with them. My goodness. Are you seeing the blurred and the green in the background? I wonder if you can tell me, or if it's just an effect that I'm seeing on my screen. Uh, yeah, it's a pretty strange thing today. So gonna try to yeah, I have already turned off and turned on, but let's do it again. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah, we're still having the same problem. Can try in the sanctuary, but it's the same. Anyway, let me turn off my video for a moment because, yeah, late Halloween indeed, I like that. But let us instead look at the words of Torah rather than looking at me. And we can see that when Abraham and Sarah, they both say goodbye to both of them. In this week's Torah portion, it's known as Chaye Sarah. It is, of course, the death of Sarah that forms the beginning of the parasha. But here, when we move to the end, just before the seventh traditional aliyah, we read that Abraham breathed his last, dying at a good ripe age, old and contented. And as the euphemism in Torah goes, Vayesef el Amavi was gathered to his kin, which again may refer to an ancient burial custom and the burial in the cave of Machpelah. But I find it very meaningful that his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, who the conflict between them is described in detail and at length in last week's parasha. But it says his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar, the recite, facing Mamre. But they came together. That at a time of loss, there is a moment where family can maintain some of the challenges they already experienced, or they can come together. Granted that sometimes there are ongoing challenges that can't simply be put aside. Sad though that is. But it is powerful that this happens twice in Torah, where two sons who are have a troubled or troubling relationship, they come together in order to bury their father. And I think it's a powerful challenge to us if we're in that kind of a family situation to say, is it possible? And maybe that's why, because they come together and bury Abraham, both Yitzchak and Ishmael, that our Torah portion tells us the line of Ishmael, Abraham's son born from Hagar, and the ancestor of other peoples, other than the people of Israel. And yet their background is found in our Torah. I think we have to honor those who make sacrifices in order to hold a people together, hold a family together. So we'll continue with these challenges in the Radio Sinai way by joining in our prayer for the soldiers of the IDF and all who stand on guard for us as we do each day. Please join me. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל ושאר מגיני עמנו העומדים על משמרתם, ישמורם הקדוש ברוך הוא ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה ומכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידיהם, ויקוים בהם הכתוב, וכיתתו חרבותיהם לעתים וחניתותיהם למזמרות, לא יישאו גוי אל גוי חרב, ולא ילמדון עוד מלחמה, וישבו איש תחת גפנו, ותחת תאנתו, ואין מחריד, ונאמר אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless the soldiers of the IDF and all who stand on guard for us. May the Holy One guard them against all difficulty and distress, injury and illness. May all of their actions bring blessing, fulfilling the prophet's words. Let nation not fulfilling the prophet's words, let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, and may they learn war no more. May all sit under a vine or fig tree, with none to make them afraid. And together we say, Amen. And having recited our prayer for those who take the risk of wearing the uniform, we now turn to our prayer of refuah, our prayer of healing. And it is for body and spirit, and for all those who are ill or unwell, who are fighting to be with their families, who are fighting for meaning, or are striving to recover, and who are looking to make the best out of a given day. For those names that have been given to me and given to Temple, for those near and far, especially since isolation requires healing, let alone forced isolation. We bring to mind the captives held cruelly by Hamas, as the world again shows it is willing to forget them. We will not forget. They must be brought home immediately. And for that, and for all in need of healing, for the names in the chat and this and other services, we turn to these words of refuah. מי שברח אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא ירפא את כל מכותינו. יהי רצון מלפניך אדוני אלוהינו לחל עמם ולרפאותם, וישלח לנו מהרה רפואה שלמה ועטרת שלום, ונאמר אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless and heal all who suffer. May it be the divine will to provide healing and strength. Reveal to us the holiness of life, the wholeness of shalom. And together we say, Amen. Well, it's very meaningful for us to have the chance to connect and reflect. And so we take time now, likewise, to remember, recalling those who died in recent days and weeks, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. During the past 30 days, we extend our condolences to the families of Nancy Draper, Phyllis Zeltzer, John Montague, Florence Wunsch, Helen Binns, Adam Adler, Molly Rosen, Stanley Swartz, Mark Grossman, Helen Schneer, and it is our duty, sad duty, to report the death of Marion Waldman, sister of our member Fern Diesenhaus. Our condolences to the entire family. The funeral will take place today at Steele's Memorial Chapel at 11 a.m. More information is available on their website. And we also remember all victims of war and terror, including terror victims Kalmi Hassan, Mina Hassan, Mohammed Naim, Omer Weinstein, Shlomo Zalman Cohen, Sivan Sadeh, and the following active duty IDF personnel whose lives have been lost in the last 30 days. Barak Yisrael Sagan, Itai Melkovich, Yarden Zakai, Yogev Pazi, Alon Safrai, Amit Chai, Avram Yosef Goldberg, Yonatan Yoni Keren, Salman Habaka, Dan Maori, Eliav Amram Abitbol, Itamar Levin Friedman, Guy Shabtai, Tom Segel, Ariel Sasanov, Hillel Ovadia, Ido Ben Svi, Shalev Yitzchak Sagron, Guy Ben Charush, Omer Moshe Gaildor, Roy Sasson, Shuvael Ben Natan, Mordechai Chaim Amoyal, Shaul Moyal, Shmuel Harari, Ivri Dickstein, Aviv Gelboa, Dror Chen, Gary Lethorikima Zolat, Itai Parizat, Malachi Yehuda Harari, Naor Chaimov, Nave Yair Asulin, Nir Gofer, Nisim Metal, Ofer Eliyahu, Or Katz, Sraya Elbom, Yair Hananya, Gi Idan, Omri Lotan. And we remember likewise all those who have died at this season in years past. On this 20th of Cheshvan, the 21st of November, We remember Ann Cohen, Fanny Fetterman, Frida Laufer, Mel Leonoff, Sophie Golda Parker, Sally Pressment, Lily Rich, Jacques Vogler, Izzy Isidore Zelansky. Zichronam Levocha, may their memories be a blessing to us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled, as together we turn to words sanctified by memory, words glorified by hope, the words of Kaddish Yatom. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך ורתה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב עמו אמן, יהא שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמו, אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמו, אמן. עושה שלום במומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמו, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort to all who remember. And together we say, amen. And just if you're looking for something parting to look at, these words of the prayer of Rabbi Eliezer, since my view is not working properly, but I want to wish everyone a Boker Ol, a Boker Tov. And no matter how things go, tech should be our biggest problem today. Let's make it a good one.